The engine of Detroit has never been idle. Every day steam rises from the Motor City Underground. Each drop of Detroit Steam Vodka is handcrafted with the same passion that went into the foundation of this city. We will not falter in our dedication to bring you a product that embodies the spirit of Detroit. This is Detroit Steam Vodka.
Neil Rubin. The Detroit News published 4:15 p.m. EDT, May 13, 2019. Detroit. The parade of fellow judges in their black robes took 5 full minutes Monday at the funeral of Judge Damon Keith at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church. Both of Michigan's senators were there, Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters, as were former U.S. Senator Carl Levin, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, former Govs. Jennifer Granholm and Rick Snyder, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, Detroit Mayor Michael Duggan, and former mayors Dennis Archer and Dave Bing. Edsel and Cynthia Ford sat near the front. Willie Horton, who quietly spent much of his Detroit Tigers career under Keith's wing, walked in with a cane. Former U.S. Representative John Conyers watched his brother tell a story of having history in his grasp. They and everyone else in the packed church along the lodge knew the history of a jurist, human rights campaigner and civic leader who died April 28 at his home in Detroit at age 96, and who was to be interred at Roseland Park Cemetery in Berkeley. Keith had been celebrated in his own time. He received dozens of honorary degrees, and his name is on the Damon J. Keith Center for Civil Rights at the Wayne State University Law School. Still active as a senior judge, he had served on the U.S. Sixth Circuit Court of Appeal since 1977, and he was regularly lauded for that. Damon Keith was a giant in law, in civil rights, and in life, said Wayne State President Roy Wilson, standing at the altar behind a black casket and 2 enormous sprays of red flowers. But he was also the neighbor who strolled the track at the University of Detroit Mercy with Ann Brothers Smith, who would become Associate Superintendent of Detroit Public Schools. And he was the friendly face who called out to her lawyer son the first time he appeared in Keith's court, "How's your mama?" It was those little things, as well as the historic ones, that mourners remembered. Duggan ran down the list of Keith's landmark rulings. "My first year of law school, my constitutional law professor was talking about the Keith case," he said. But others, including lawyer and former Ford executive Elliott Hall, talked about the judge's skill with a pair of tongues. "He was an excellent outdoor barbecuer," Hall said. Keith held the cookout at his home on W. Outer Drive on Independence Day, and it was a real feather in your cap if you were invited. For all the stories written about the judge, who knew that? As mourners filled the church and watched a simulcast in the Wayne State Community Arts Auditorium, flags flew at half-staff at the state capitol complex and on all state buildings.